and the hatch closes. Bart Simpson, once again, a moronic testament to this town's decaying educational infrastructure. Thank you, Proposition 212. The monster is leaving the scene of his devastation. Will he return? If every other video game in history is any indication, I'll say yes. He's running away. Looks like Lard Lad is human after all. Well, not human. Forget it. Lard Lad is down for the count. What an amazing display of punching, eating, flying, and slingshot using from the Simpson boys. Down goes Homer, and with him the hopes of a nation. Excuse me. I had enchiladas for lunch. You wouldn't want to be in this booth right now. Lard Lad has lost Bart and Homer, but don't relax yet. He's determined to find the father and son, and I assume to skin them alive. Lard Lad seems to be making his way to the piers, and who can blame him? It's a wonderful place to hang out and take a break from the pressures of being a horrible monster. According to my notes, when Lard Lad charges up his laser, he does so with solar panels implanted in his bow tie. Fascinating. Lard Lad is heading straight for the prison. I say if he can tackle the problems of our troubled penal system, he's got my vote. Giant fat donut sign aided by tiny billboard clowns. It's a classic comedy pairing. It looks like he's charging something up. Wait, I'm getting an update. Yes, it is a laser. If this is the end of Bart Simpson, let's remember him as he was. A royal pain in the ass. The laser is making the billboard ads foods become real. This story's gonna get me a local Emmy for sure. It seems like an obvious move in retrospect, but Lard Lad has used his laser to bring a bunch of tiny crusties on a billboard to life. This Lard Lad stomp is brought to you by Dave's Big Screens of Shelbyville. If you need a big screen, go to Dave's. This just in, Lard Lad's laser is making the food come to life. What a stroke of luck for local fatzos. Lard Lad is searching for Homer and Bart. He sure is persistent for a 50-year-old logo. This may be the end of Bart Simpson. When reached for comment, Nelson said, "Ha ha." Bart's been knocked down. Hopefully he can take a page from the Book of Chumbawamba and get back up again. I know it makes some people uncomfortable, but I just can't live without passion. I feel too much. This superpowered father and son team have injured the Lard Lad, but they're not done yet. Bart Simpson isn't looking very good. He may have cowabunged for the last time. I've never seen such an impressive display of tiny robot slaughter. No, wait, I have.
A mall, some aliens, Jell-O, a dangerous and delicious mixture that threatens our boring way of life.
He's found them. Say what you want about Lard Lad, but he's not a quitter like so many of today's youth. Homer's at death's doorstep, and Death has turned out the lights to pretend he's not home. A good lesson for you kids. You can't fire your laser if you don't charge it up first. The scenario begs but one question. What lays inside that ass hatch? All Springfield is praying that Homer and Bart can disable that monster's ass. I'd like to take this break of the action to say hello to Lenny. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar. Only in a town this morbidly obese would we have so many billboards with food on them. The way Lard Lad's charging up that laser reminds me of my wife with a credit card. Taking a page out of Michael Jordan's book, Lard Lad's brought a bunch of robotic clowns to life. Lard Lad's found them. Anyone who's ever lost their keys knows the relief he's feeling right now. What a show Lard Lad's putting on. A horribly destructive show. From this vantage point, I can't tell if Lard Lad's laser will be pulse or continuous. The hatch has closed up. If Bart wants to get in that butt, he's going to have to start over from the bottom of the butt. Homer Simpson is in very poor condition, even for a disgusting slob. Oh, he's gonna feel that in the morning. My producer wanted me to say that. It's incidents like this that's earned Lard Lad the reputation of being uncoachable. Lard Lad learned the hard way that Bart Simpson is a real pain in the behind. Get ready for a stomp, and unfortunately, I'm not talking about the musical. If I'm not mistaken, we're in for a real treat. Lard Lad's about to destroy our town with a laser. Uh-oh, Lard Lad spotted them. I wonder if he's still angry. The Simpsons have got to get inside that giant boy's pants. Bart, like my stock portfolio, has gone down.
A tip came in about a robbery at the museum, but I'm focusing on what Paris Hilton is up to.
A second hatch emerges. Lard Lad's body is a wonderland. The tiny clown's reign of terror was as small as they were themselves. Homer doesn't have much left. He had so little to begin with. Celebrity deaths and monster hatches always come in threes. Those robot clowns died fighting for what they believe in. Nothing. Homer's down, and with no abdominal muscles whatsoever, he may be out. How much more damage can the food icon of yesteryear endure? If this is the end for Homer, I call dibs on his clothes. They're treating these miniature Krusties as if they were minuscule Krusties. If Lard Lad's not careful, he's going to get himself a yellow card.
If you'd be willing to fight Lard Lad, I could report on your struggle and demise.
Lard Lad's out-of-control temper reminds me of a young Bobby Knight. There they are. It's really basic monstering to keep your eye on your victim.
My first attempt at a sign-off didn't work. It was good night and happy birthday.
Lard Lad may want to slow it down and save something for Shelbyville. If there isn't a break in the action soon, I'm going to mess myself. I'd say my vanity more than my drinking has been my downfall. I should put my career on a billboard and see if Lard Lad could bring that to life.
If I have to cover another Eagle Scout ceremony, I'm going to blow my brains out. Excellent work, Homer. We're going to run the Lard Lad segment over our end credits. I'm going to cover the Duff eating contest. It's just good, responsible journalism.
I'm sorry, but Tom Wolfe dresses like Colonel Sanders. Those mini Krusty robots just got served. I got my start as Oprah's butler. True story.
Aliens from outer space attack, and no sign of Arnie Pie. Typical.
Lard Lad's about to break out his stomping foot. Lard Lad has kicked the destruction up to Detroit level. I am so over text messaging.
I have a deadly combination of journalistic skill and fashion sense.
Homer's been dropped like a sack of lumpy mashed potatoes. Bart's down, and not just emotionally.
And the museum is, at least temporarily, safe from bullies. Eating 500 pounds of low-grade meat is quite a legacy.
He spotted them, back to the terror. Deep down, I feel there's something disturbing about evolution. Hold on to your hats, here comes a stomp.
Janice says you're in a band. Maggot barf, is it? I only wish the aliens had invaded them all during sweeps. I'm going to try to put a human face on our new alien overlords. Let's do it. But if I chip a nail, I sue. Listen, I'm running late for squash. I'll use the time to fantasize about Christiane Amanpour. I'm driven both by the search for truth and by bloodlust.
And here comes the laser.
It's my turn to host Poker Night with Wolf, Britt, and Geraldo.
It's a beautiful day for a laser attack. This guy has a really textbook stomp. I love how these pants feel. Lard Lad is running away.
I'll destroy it just like Arnie Pie destroys my ratings. How's the former disgraced Little Miss Springfield? So you're the young man who's been dating my daughter. This humble reporter is ready to kick in some heads. You can make any story interesting by making it up. Newsflash, I'm not speaking to you. Well, that's very flattering. Anderson Cooper was a botched attempt to clone me. Thank you, aliens, for ruining my day off. I'm happy to report all's well. The invasion is much louder than I would have imagined. Sure, I'll join your mob. Slow news day. Maybe I'll invest in those neck muscle implants. No problem, I worked 15 years as a blacksmith. Someone should find out what's going on from our elected leaders. I'll join, but I won't sign any autographs. I think we've waited long enough. It's time to cut and run. Mob wins! Mob wins! I'll do that. For once, I feel as good as I look. I'll wreck it worse than a Blitzer interview. Sorry, kid. No autographs. I'll try to pinch out my wrinkles while I wait. Sorry, I don't have any change today.
Where's my close-up?
With that body, you could be a weather girl. Fair and balanced. Good night and bad luck. I'm not gonna take it anymore. Stay classy, Springfield. This just in. Ah! I make the news. Smooth as silk. I'm mad as hell. Great show, people. Stupid teleprompter. I make the news. Spare me, Cronkite! Holy scotch! Where's my close-up? You nailed me! Don't touch me, please. I hate people. Security.